Everyone, Leslie McDonnell here with Property Sales Vancouver, Vancouver Island, and it's all powered by RE/MAX Select Properties. I believe in heartfelt win-win real estate transactions, and today I want to clarify a topic: GST and when or when doesn't it apply to a real estate transaction. Understanding GST can help buyers and sellers avoid unexpected costs and ensure a smooth process. In British Columbia, the contract to purchase and sale actually changed in November 2024, and now it includes GST in the price of all real estate unless otherwise stated in the contract, which means the buyer would pay it if it applies. And it's always important to know when it does and when it doesn't. So when is GST applicable? GST is charged for one, if it's a newly built home. So if you're purchasing the home from a developer or a builder, then GST would be applicable. If the home has been substantially renovated to the point where it's considered to be a new property, GST would also be applicable. If the property is on vacant land and you don't have any houses built on it, then it would be GST may be charged, or if it is also in a commercial context. If a property has been flipped and if it's sold within 1 year of being purchased, then GST would likely be applicable. Commercial real estate sales, so if you're purchasing a business, if it's got a retail, if it's an office, industrial, it's most likely going to be subject to GST. Hobby farms. Yeah, if you've got any sort of commercial aspect to your hobby farm, if you have farm status, then GST would likely be applicable to the land value of the property and not necessarily the buildings. And assignment of pre-sales. If you're selling an assignment contract and it's a pre-construction before the closing, then GST would be applicable. Now, we've talked about when it would be applicable. When would it not be applicable? If it is a resale or used residential home, so if you bought a previously owned home, GST does not apply. If it's been used as a long-term rental property, then if you're renting it out not on a short-term basis, on a long-term basis, then it would be GST is not applicable. If it's a personal real use, so if the home was strictly for personal residence and there was no business generated at all, then the sale is generally exempt from GST. Certain family transfers is another example where GST would not be applied. So if the property is transferred between family members without a commercial component, then GST may not apply. And the sale of public service bodies. So if a charity, a municipality, or a nonprofit is selling property, then GST may be exempt. That's where it can kind of get a little tricky because there might have a commercial aspect, but because you've got the charity aspect, it kind of counteracts against it. Navigating GST in real estate can be tricky, but I'm here to help. Whether you're buying, selling, or investing, understanding the tax implications is key to making an informed decision. If you have questions about GST or if you need expert advice in buying and selling real estate, feel free to reach out. I'm here to help with heartfelt win-win real estate advice. Contact me today, Leslie McDonnell with RE/MAX Select Properties, 778-838-2378. Everyone have a fantastic day.